I woke up to sunlight on my face, and for 1 second, I thought I was safe. Then I saw the door. 3 deep scratches, fresh, pale. She wasn't waiting anymore. I didn't realize I'd fallen asleep until the sunlight touched my face. For 1 second, I felt normal. Then I saw the door. 3 deep scratches ran down the wood, fresh, pale. My stomach dropped. I stepped closer, and the air around the doorframe smelled wrong, like wilted flowers and stale breath. The same scent from the pines yesterday. The same scent from all those years ago. My aunt found me staring and went pale. She's getting impatient. She didn't elaborate. I didn't ask. Because I already knew. She had waited years for me to return, and now I was trapped here. At the funeral ceremony, my family tried to act normal, but everyone kept glancing towards the windows. No one sat near the edges of the room. No one lingered in doorways. When the priest began the service, I saw 2 older women clutching charms, the same plastered to the bedroom walls when I was a child. One of them pressed a tiny, wadded-up piece of parchment into my hand. "For tonight," she whispered, while refusing to meet my gaze. "She'll try harder." My blood went cold. "Harder how?" I asked sheepishly, but she only shook her head and turned away. No one wanted to say it. The rest of the day moved like a dream I wasn't fully inside of. People offering food I couldn't taste, condolences I barely heard. Every time someone mentioned my grandmother, I flinched. Her voice was still in my ear. Night found me too fast. My aunt double-checked that all the doors were locked, nailed shut the 2 windows that were in my bedroom, lit incense in the hall. When she left me in the guest room, her hands were shaking. "Don't talk to her, no matter what she says." She paused in the doorway before muttering one final warning. "And don't look at her shadow." She didn't wait for a response. She shut the door, leaving me alone with the incense burning low. The silence returned, thick, pressurized, waiting. I don't know how much time passed before the sounds began. Floorboards creaked in the hallway, slow, measured, like someone was ducking under the low beams. My mouth dried out instantly. A knock sounded at the far end of the hall. Then a second, then a third, closer now. She was making her way closer, closer to me. She was moving from room to room, listening, searching. When she reached my door, the air turned icy. The incense flame guttered sideways, almost horizontal. The handle rattled. Once, twice. Then, "Sweetheart," my grandmother's voice again, but this time it was wetter, breathier, like she was speaking through ruined lungs. "Are you scared? Open the door. I'll take care of you." I pressed my shoulders further into the plaster. She giggled high and thin, like a child, trying to mimic laughter she heard from the fields. "Let me see you." The crumbled up parchment I grasped in my hands pulsed with heat. Then I saw it. a shadow slid under the crack of the door. Long, too long. A silhouette stretched like ink spilled across a glass table. It didn't have a human shape. It was bending, twisting, reaching. I squeezed my eyes shut, remembering my aunt's warning. But she sensed that. "Oh," her voice brightened, delighted. "You're awake." A fingertip, if it was a fingertip, tapped the floor an inch away from my shoe. The shadow pressed closer, flattening, searching. She whispered, low and eager, "I waited for you, watched you grow. Your voice is different now. I want to hear it." The wood groaned as she leaned her full weight against the door. The hinges shrieked. Dust rained from the frame. She pushed again, testing the old house, testing me. The parchment burned hotter, almost too hot to hold. "You have one night left. Just let me in early." The floor trembled, her shadow curled around my feet. And then a bell rang. Far outside, deep, metallic, solemn. The shrine bell? She recoiled instantly. Her shadows snapped back under the door like a rubber band. Then, from far down the hall, I heard her footsteps retreating, faster than before, angry, scraping deep grooves into the wood. The bell rang again. She vanished. Why did the bell ward her off? I wondered thankfully. I didn't sleep, not because I didn't try, but because every time I closed my eyes, I heard the last whisper as she fled, replaying in my mind. "Tomorrow, you'll be mine."